Okay, what's going on out there, football fans from around the world? So here's my Euro 2024 qualifiers matchday 5 of 10 predictions. That's right, because Euro 2024 qualifiers are right around the corner, a little over 10 days away. So it's going to be the international break soon, my favorite time of the year, especially for football, because it's always fun watching the international break games. So I thought to myself, why not? Now would be a good time to predict the Euro qualifiers for matchday 5 of 10. So first matchup we have is Kazakhstan and Finland. Currently, they are both tied with 9 points each for first place, but Finland is number 1. Kazakhstan is number 2, but Kazakhstan so far, they've taken this qualification stage by storm. That's right, Kazakhstan, a super underrated team in this group stage here, but for my prediction, I'm going to say it's going to be, I'm going to give it 2-1 to Finland here. And next up, we have the Lithuania and the Montenegro game. Me personally, I'm going to give it to Montenegro here and say 2-0 for Montenegro. And then we have Czech Republic versus Albania. Currently, Albania, they are number 2 in the group. Moldova is number 3. Poland is number 4 with 3 points, and the Faroe Islands are last in the group. But the way how I see it, man, I really like Albania's chances here. Currently, they only lost 1 game, and against the Czech Republic here, this could be a heck of a performance from both sides. But me personally, I'm leaning towards Albania here. I'm going to say most likely 1-0 for Albania, especially if Armando Broja comes back from injury, because currently Armando Broja is out with an injury, but whenever he plays for the Albania national team, he always gives off really, really great performances, and he looks like a player that's going to be on the rise. That could be the leader for the Albania national team in the future, to see if Albania can qualify for another tournament like how they did for Euro 2016. If you guys remember their insane qualification campaign for Euro 2016 and all that. But yeah, for here, I'm going to say 1-0 for Albania. I'm predicting an upset. And next up, we have Poland and the Faroe Islands game. Me personally, obviously for Poland, their Euro 2024 qualifiers campaign has gotten off to a very, very bad start. Even though they have a new manager, so far Poland, they have not been able to produce the results like how they should have. But I imagine Poland will definitely win. I'm saying 7-0. I imagine it's going to be one of those games where Lewandowski is going to score at least a hat trick. So yeah, I'm saying 7-0 for Poland here against the Faroe Islands. And next up, we have Slovenia versus Northern Ireland. Currently, Slovenia is in 4th place in the group, Northern Ireland number 5, but for my prediction here, I'd have to give it to Slovenia here and say 2-1 for Slovenia. Next up, we have the Netherlands and the Greece game. Now, obviously for the Netherlands, their Euro 2024 qualifiers campaign has not gotten off to the best start too, because they are 4th in the group here, and Greece so far, they've been doing a heck of a job in this group stage here. Currently, France is number 1. Obviously, I think it's obvious at this point that France most likely will win the group here, just because, hey, France, man, they are still on top. But for my prediction here, I'm going to give it to Netherlands and say 3-2 for the Netherlands. And then we have the Serbia and the Hungary game. That's going to be another really good game to see who's going to be able to fight for that number 1 spot, to see who's going to be able to control their destiny in this group here. But for my honest prediction here, I'm going to give it to Serbia here, just because I think Serbia will have the edge here over Hungary, especially if with a fully healthy Mitrovic, with a fully healthy Milenkovic-Savic, and with a fully healthy Vlahovic, Serbia, they can accomplish anything in this game. So I'm going to say most likely 2-1 for Serbia. Next up, we have France versus Ireland here. Obviously, I got France winning this game here. I'm going to say probably 4-2 for France. I believe it's going to be one of those games where Mbappe will score a hat trick. Next up, we have Denmark versus San Marino. Denmark, they are 3rd in the group here, so obviously I think this is going to be a win for Denmark. I'm saying 6-0 for Denmark. Currently, Georgia, they are number 2 in the group, Spain number 4, and Georgia, they've recently been doing a crazy job in football. You know, they've been proving to be a very promising international side, especially with Kfara. But if I'm being honest here, I'm going to give it to Spain here and say 3-0 for España. Next up, we have the Luxembourg and the Iceland game. Currently, Luxembourg, they are 3rd in the group. Iceland, they are 5th in the group. But the way how I think this game is going to end, I'm going to give it to Iceland here and say 1-0. Next up, we have the Cyprus and the Scotland game. Currently, Scotland, they are number 1 in the group, and Scotland, their Euro qualifiers campaign has gone off to a really, really incredible start, and Scotland, they are in absolute incredible position to qualify for the Euros like how they did for Euro 2020, so that would be incredible to see Scotland qualify again, so I'm going to say 2-0 here for Scotland. And next up, we have the Bosnia and the Liechtenstein game. Currently, Bosnia, they are 4th in the group. Liechtenstein, they are last in the group with no points, so I'm going to give it to Bosnia here and say 4-1 for Bosnia. I think it's going to be one of those games where Dzeko is going to score a hat trick. trick. Currently, Armenia is number 2 in the group. Turkey is number 1, but the way how I see it, I'm going to give it here to Turkey and say 2-0 for Turkey, just because Turkey, man, they've been on a roll in this qualifiers campaign, and I believe that Turkey will have the edge here, but don't count Armenia out too, because Armenia, they could pull off a surprise here, but my final prediction, I'm gonna say 2-1 for Turkey. And then we have the Croatia and the Latvia game. Currently, Croatia, they are 3rd in the group. Latvia, they are last, but the way how I see it, I think Croatia will get that win here. I'm saying 3-0 for Croatia. And we have Slovakia and the Portugal game. Slovakia, they've been showing to be a team that could qualify for Euro 2024. Portugal, they are still number 1, but Slovakia number 2. Currently, Portugal are undefeated in this group, but the way how I see it, I think Portugal will win. I'm saying 4-1 for Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo hat trick. And then we have the Azerbaijan and the Belgium game. Azerbaijan, they are last in the group. Belgium, they are 2nd in the group here. So the way how I see it, I think it's going to be a win for Belgium. I'm saying 4-0 for Belgium. Next up, we have the Estonia and the Sweden game. Sweden, they are 3rd in the group. Estonia number 4. But the way how I see it, man, I think Sweden have the edge here over Estonia. I'm gonna say 3-1 for Sweden. And we have the Andorra and the Belarus game. Belarus, they are 4th in the group. Andorra number 6. But the way how I see it, man, I think this game is going to end 0-0. Next up, we have the Ukraine and the England game. That's right, England, they are number 1 in the group, currently undefeated here. Ukraine number 2. They are just above Italy here with a 3-point lead over Italy. But this should be a game that's going to be really fun to watch. It's going to be a tough game for Ukraine though, because England, obviously, that front 3 that England have is really, really good. So I'm gonna give it to England here and say 5-3 for England. Next up, we have the North Macedonia and the Italy game. That's right. Oh my goodness, what a game this could be. That would be insane if North Macedonia were to pull off another upset over Italy like how they did at the World Cup qualifiers, at the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, but I don't see that happening. I'm gonna say 3-0 for Italy here. And then we have the Romania and the Israel game. Currently, Romania is number 2 in the group, Israel number 3. So far, Romania have proven to be a very tough opponent here in this group, given by their comeback draw against Switzerland. Just because it looked like Switzerland were going to pull away with the W over Romania, but Romania, they equalized and made it 2-2. So don't count Romania out. So I'm gonna say 3-2 here for Romania. And we have another very exciting game here. Kosovo taking on Switzerland. That's right, Switzerland, they are still number 1 in the group. Kosovo, they are 5th here, but the way how I see it, I think Switzerland have the edge here over Kosovo. And the way how I see it, I'm going to say 5-2 for Switzerland. I think it will be one of those games where Shaqiri will score a hat trick. So yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, that's my prediction here. Let me know if you agree or you disagree. Let me know why, and catch you later.